Alright, we have the Dom IX10KG. It's got 10 dimple pins in it. Pretty sure all the drivers are standard, but some of the key pins are mushrooms. And the 10th pin is an interactive element, so there's that little ball on the key that goes up and down. It has like passive pins on the side and stuff like that. And there's a construction keying to this as well. So this would be a construction key, or as they put it, this is your first key, and then the other one is a change key that you could change that. But it only affects one pin, and we'll see that afterwards as well. I have not picked it yet, but I have taken it apart to clean it out. So I've seen all the internals, and then I've cleaned it out and stuff like that. So I have some tools here. We're gonna go ahead and give this guy. Oh, did I use the key right? Yeah, there we go. I think I already did, but all right. Let's go ahead and give it a shot picking. So I'll use some wiper inserts, and we'll start. All right, on the right side, there's 5 pins on each side. So right side, this is going to be pin 1, but I'll call it pin 1 on the right and then pin 1 on the left. But they stagger back and forth as you go back. So first one, and they don't really click. They kind of, I think this lock is kind of worn, so it just kind of oozed in place, and now it's jiggling. Nothing on 2. Third pin, having a hard time getting under it. Okay, 4th pin. Yeah, you're not. I don't know if you hear any clicks or anything like that. That was me just scraping off a pin, but it seems that it's a little hard to get underneath the pins. Okay, I'm under 4th pin, lifting it. And it just kind of oozes into place, it feels like. So, okay, now go back to the front. First pin is jiggling, second pin is jiggling. Third pin, I just got a little lift out of it. I think it's jiggling now. Hard to tell. Third pin might need to go a bit further. Go through and check this again. 1 is good. 2 is springy. Third pin feels like it's jiggling. 4th pin feels like it's binding a little. Got a little bit of movement out of it. Now feels like it's jiggling. 3, 2, 1. So now nothing on the right feels like it's binding anymore. 1, 2. Oh, a little bit of binder here. On 4. Maybe I'm just not getting high enough. Let me try a different pick real quick. Let's see. 1. Maybe I'm just not getting them high enough. Seems like those last 2 might be a little bit higher lifts. Oh, got a click out of 3. Or was that 4? That was 4. Oh, I can't get back out under 2. So maybe 2 is binding. I'll go back to the lower one here. 1. Alright, 2 is not binding now. 3 seems to be jiggling. Click out of 4, and then I got some plug rotation. Alright, I think the right side's all set because I got a little plug rotation. So I'm going to try the left side. I have another tensioner here. I might get a better view of the left side if I go like this. See if I go behind here, maybe keep my hand out of the way. Obviously you couldn't do that in a normal lock, but to keep out of the way of the camera, we'll do that. Alright, I don't know if you can see this, but pin 1, I have a hard time getting under right here. So let's see if there's somewhere else I can kind of lift on it. Oh, from behind I can kind of let it find. It kind of just oozed into place. So 1, 2 springy. 3, I kind of just went past underneath it. 4, also just kind of went past. And 5. I think 5's binding. Lifting that up. Okay, maybe it's better to go from the right side of these pins. So I have a flag reaching the other direction around. 1, 2, nothing, 3, 4, I think. And having a hard time getting under 5, it seems. Yep, 5 is binding. Lifted that really high, but it didn't feel any click or hear any click. So go back to my other side flag. Checking number 1. 1 is jiggling. 2, it moves and then it hits a hard stop, so I'm not sure about that. 3 jiggles. 4 seems to jiggle. Let's check the right side again. 2. I don't really know if I can really hit them with the tensioner in the way like that. Let's try switching sides again. 1, 2 feels like, oh, maybe not. Let's check that interactive pin on the right side. It's kind of hard to locate. See if we can just feel it somewhere. There it is. Doesn't seem to be binding at all. Let's check this left side again. 2 is 2 sitting there. 3, 4. Oh, little click from 4. And 5. I get the feeling that 5 is really high, and maybe I'm not fully setting it. Let me see, what could I use? I only have a few picks down here with me. Always I should just bring the whole box of picks, but always my issue. I think I feel jiggle from 5, so I think I'm okay with 5. 2. Let me check this right side again. 1's good. 2. 3. 4. I'm going to get the longer one again. Seems that 3 and 4 are kind of high. Right, 3 feels jiggling. 4 hits a hard stop. Oh, click from 4. Now 3 hits that hard stop. Click from 3. Those are audible clicks. Let me check with the shorter flag now. 1 has a hard stop now. Click from 1. This is really weird. 2 has a hard stop. Click from 2. Oh, some major plug rotation there. Let's get the taller flag and see if we can, since we got a lot of plug rotation, either check the left side or check that interactive. Where is the interactive? Where is the interactive? Is this it? No. This is the trick, finding the interactive. I don't exactly know what it feels like back there. I know it's kind of general location though. Where are you, interactive? Maybe I should go back to the one I know the feeling of, the shorter flag. I've been doing most of the stuff. Maybe I can find it with this, because I found it once before with this. Is that it there? Yep, that was it there, and it's open. Okay, so got first open on this. I'm really happy. Let's go ahead and gut it. So I've gutted it before, like I said, to clean it all out. It was really grimy when I got it. Let's turn on some autofocus. So I took all the components out, put them through the ultrasonic, and cleaned it up. So there we go. Lock her back up. You saw the pins drop down there. And it's one of these deformable clips that I hate. Can I rotate it? Alright, let's get it down here. No, they're a little too close together, and I didn't bring out other tools. One way I can do is this piece right here. There we go. Okay, not quite enough. A little bit more. Don't want to do too much, then it's going to get all kinds of deformed. Let's do it straight on like this. And there we go. Follower and the key. So there we go. You might want to shim because there's a lot of holes in this, and there's a lot of passive pins and junk. All right, let's zoom in. See what we got. So let's see if we can get rid of some of this. So you see we got 4, I guess, passive pins down there. On the back we have this like plastic bar that's to stop things from falling into the keyway. How am I gonna do this? Something fell out. Okay, so that's the construction bit, I think. It came out of this. See how? Okay. Right, that fell at the bottom. So if we look on the bottom, we can see that the third one there is deeper. So it came from the third hole there. And there's something in the first hole there. Nope. Those both came out of the side here. These are just ball bearings. I think, I don't know, they prevent something from falling in maybe. But they're on the, I think the 5th and the 1st chambers. Right. That's the passive from the side, chamber 2, and I'll show you those passives, how they match on the key. Passive on 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can see them on the side. I can see 2 and 6 have a deeper hole for to fit those passives. And then there's a ball bearing in the bottom of 1 some reason. There's the side that this cover came off of. So that keeps it nice and round so that the driver pins don't drop down into this spot or the construction thing. So you can see that 1 doesn't reach all the way to the shear line, right? Because you got this little ball. I don't know if it's this one or if it's supposed to have been one of the ball bearings that's in here. But this little ball here goes down in there. And as far as I can tell, oh my gosh, the autofocus. All right, let's focus down there and turn it off for a minute. So that ball, as far as I can tell, it can't fall into either of these because they're not in line with it. This is in line with it. I had a ball bearing in there, or no, I had the little pin in there to block it, but then it can fall into this one here. Okay, and then, so if you were to use, oh my gosh, I'm losing pins. That's pin 1 and pin 9, 3, 5, 7, 9. If you were to use the other key that I have that lifts that pin 1 all the way to the shear line, this ball would be up in the Bible, and then when you spun it around, the spring would drop it down into that hole there, and it would no longer, then this key would no longer lift that driver out of the plug, and so this key would no longer work once you use the other key. Hopefully that makes sense. You can see on the side you got the 2 passive pins there. I'm going to turn the autofocus back on. You got the 2 passive pins on the side that go into there. The rest of the ball bearings and stuff, I'm not quite sure if they're anti-drill or what, because they're not passive components as far as I can tell. All right, I mean they're passive components, but they're not like key control as far as I can tell. Come on. And I don't know if I looked at it, but some of these pins, some of the early ones, not that one, you can see they look like this. They got little steel rod in the middle, so I guess these are anti-drill pins. They got this cool copper color to these. I'll put the ball bearing on top, because I have a ball bearing coming from the top, and that was on the bottom of 3, the long one. So the top ones are going to be the left side, and the bottom are going to be the things on the bottom. Where am I? Oh, the pins are facing down. They didn't fall out, fortunately. There's that. Uh-oh. I guess that was that one. We'll figure it out with the key later, for sure. That, and then the 10th one, you can see this guy here. It's the interactive pin. So there he is. It's just a straight pin like that. The rest of these all have like a fin on them, and that fin makes it a little bit hard to get under them with the pick. All right, the drivers. Mostly not much going on here. There's driver 1. Put it in there. 2. And I'll take the springs out after because they're all the same. 3, 4, 5 has a ball bearing there. Won't stay up. 6. Oh, the focus, man. Going crazy with autofocus, but you won't focus on the action. Hello. Oh my gosh, maybe it's too close to the camera. Autofocus is like, but it's not focusing on it. Oh, and I just dropped the last 2 pins, but that's okay because this funky thin one is the interactive one, and then all the springs are the same, like this. Put that under that piece. Looks like there's one more spring inside. Come on. Ball bearing go up. This one, ball bearing go up. Everything else go down. And one more. There he is. Okay. So there's all the springs. I'll quickly illustrate one more time. Focus. All right. Illustrate one more time this first pin. So then this has got the anti-drill on the top. So when this guy is in the chamber, I didn't bring the other key out. They're like in a sealed pouch that says "Do not open." You can see it doesn't go to the shear line, but when you have this little funky kind of ball thing in there, which is not even the right one, dump that. That's the one that goes on like this little weird oblong copper thing. I don't even know if this is the right piece, but it does go. Oh my gosh, the focus. This is not a face. This is my finger. Okay. I gotta change the. I mentioned before I changed the settings for some portraits and stuff, and I didn't change it back for the video, so it's going crazy on the focus. So there we go. That now raises the driver to the shear line, and if you were to put in the one that lifts that all the way up like that, this bit would turn with it, go all the way around, and find the first place that it can drop into right there. And once it drops into there, it's not coming back out. It's going to stay there. And now this key could no longer lift it. Once you go back to this key, you could no longer open the door. You could only open the door that lifted that piece with the key that lifted that piece out. So I think I dropped the key pin down. Right, let's take a look what we got. Oop. There's all our pins. You can see only 2 of them, pin here and pin here, are mushroomed. So if you overlift these pins, you'll be in trouble. The rest of them are all pretty standard. But I did notice that I had to lift those right side ones again after, like, I got a slight false set with a bit, not false set, but I got a little bit of core rotation. And I think I might have had to lift them again because they have these thin little kind of lips on the bottom of it. Maybe that's what each of them got caught on. So I had to turn it a little bit further to get that right side open. In any case, the Dom IX 10 kg. All right, thanks.